Adeola, you're live, you're live.
It's starting.
The show? The show is starting. Hi, what's up, people? Please, can we start all over? What's up, people? It's your girl, Adeola. So the students of University of Lagos, UNILAG, got to school last Tuesday, only to be told that their school is no longer called UNILAG. It is now called
MAULAG.
Yes, that one. That is Adeola University of Lagos. Yes, so the president changed the name overnight during his Democracy Day speech. So guess what? The students are protesting. They are saying, this is not fair now. We came to school on Monday. It was UNILAG. How can we come on Tuesday? It is now
MAULAG.
Yes, that one. Who does that? They are saying that this is so unfair. They have nothing against MKO Adeola, by the way. They're just saying that, what about taking care of the basic things? Electricity, the road, all of that have not been taken care of. So is this what the president is supposed to be doing now? You see, I tell the students, I said, be careful, you know, just take it easy. By the way, the words on the street right now is that the president has his priorities upside down. I say, take it easy with this man. Other people are saying that Mr. President just doesn't speak our language. I'm like, what do you mean? They said, Adeola, remember January 1st? What was the language on the street? I said, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. And they said, yes. So everybody is saying, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. What would the president say when he came on stage? Subsidies. He changed the language on the street. So he doesn't speak our language. I said, And then they said, look at last week, Democracy Day. What was the language on the street? Happy Democracy Day, Happy Democracy Day. What would the president say? MAULAG. That was his own language. I said, The trouble now is that everybody is afraid that when October 1st comes, the president will give another speech. And who knows who's going to be next? I mean, God forbid that he should rename another school. As it is now, the students of Port Harcourt University are afraid that their school may be renamed as Peju. You know what I mean? Peju as in Patience Ebele Jonathan University. They're afraid. And the students of University of Ibadan are also afraid that their school may become LAU, which is Lamido Adedibu University. I said, you guys should give this man chance to breathe. You know, he has a lot on his mind. Can you imagine? My friend was also arguing with me about this whole issue. He said, if the president wants to start doing naming ceremonies, no, that is not how he put it. Okay, he said, if the president wants to go into renaming business, that he's starting from the wrong place. I said, what do you mean he's starting from the wrong place? He said, look at you. He should have started with his own name. I said, hey, what do you mean now? He said, look at his name, Good Luck. There has not been anything good in our luck since this guy became the president. He should change it to bad luck. I said, hey, see your mouth. You are speaking too much. Be careful. Better be careful. If the president decides to go on national TV tomorrow and give a speech, he can rename your hometown. If you are not careful, you will just wake up and find out your hometown has been changed. And there is nothing you can do about it. That was what I told him, to shut him up. See, finally, somebody asked me my own opinion. They said, Adeola, what do you think about this whole issue now? I said, God bless you. But the thing is, me, I don't have any opinion. I don't have anything to say. I don't want any wahala. But you know, if I must say anything, I will say what I've always had people tell me. Because I have also come to believe it is true that this man is a good man. Like deep down, you know, Mr. President, deep down, he's a good man. And he has good intention. He just needs time. He just needs time. He needs time, you know, to do the good things he has in mind. And he needs to be surrounded by good people that will allow him to do the good things that he has in mind. I said maybe the president just doesn't know that his school has already been named after MKO Adeola. That is Mapoli, Adeola Polytechnic in Abeokuta. Maybe nobody told him. My only advice for the president is that he shouldn't think about naming any school after the first lady, because that one can cause riot with a lot of people. Me, I'm just keeping it real. Speaking of first ladies, Ugandan President Museveni has announced that his wife would be his successor. You know, the husband ruled for 26 years, and because he's a good man, he said he won't rule beyond the age of 75. So he's stepping down and his wife will take over. I said, Kai, this is interesting. The thing is, Ugandans are not happy with this announcement. Yeah, I don't know why they are not happy. Because if the man did it for 26 years, the wife being a woman, you know, women have more conscience. She probably won't do it up to 26 years, maybe like 20. Yes, maybe like 20 years. And she will step down. The only time they need to start worrying is if she announces her son as her successor too, because already the son is a colonel in the Ugandan army, and you know his father is the commander-in-chief. So yes, they probably should start worrying about that. But I know one African country where something like this can never happen at all. By now they would have occupied the presidential palace. They would have beaten the president and his wife out of office. I'm not recommending anything, oh please. I'm just remembering the people of Mali and how they beat up the president that they didn't want. See, as much as I would like to see another female president in Africa, I'm just worried that this is starting to become family business. Yeah, right? Just keeping it real. I've never heard of anything more weird than somebody getting married to a building. Yes, this happened. It's true. I've seen a lot of things. I've seen people marry themselves. Yes, in America, people marry themselves. It's happening. Yes, but for somebody to say they are in love with a building and actually have a wedding with the building, that's just crazy. But this woman in Seattle, Babylonia Ivers, decided to get married to a 107-year-old building. The building had been marked for demolition, and in order to save it, she decided to get married to the building, hoping that by that, the city will not demolish the building. She actually said, I do. Yes, she said, I do to the building, but you know, nobody had the building saying I do, except that she wrote I do by herself and, you know, pasted it on the building. The sad thing is that the new home started crumbling even before the wedding ceremony was over because the demolition started.
A wedding over the weekend is leaving many scratching their heads. Why? Because it was between a woman and a building. A Seattle woman named Babylonia Avios married a 107-year-old building in hopes of saving it from being torn down. Avios and the warehouse entered what she calls a gay marriage. She made a Facebook event to explain in detail.
I'm doing this to show the building how much I love it, how much I love community space, and how much I love this neighborhood, and I want to stop it from gentrification.
Some members of the community support her nuptials. Here's one speaking at the wedding.
Babylonia's wedding is perfect. As she says, if corporations can be people, under Citizens United, then buildings can be people, and this is obviously a female building.
Speak now or forever hold your peace. Some didn't wait for that part of the wedding. There were protesters protesting her protest. KOMO quotes a protester. Her saying it's a gay marriage sets the community back with Christians and politicians and gives them a chance to say, see, we told you. They're going to want to marry everything if we give them the opportunity. Having compassion against losing something you love, I understand, but to call it a gay union is irresponsible. While some protest, others make light of the situation. The Daily Mail says, don't expect much of a wedding night. Despite their differences, the marriage will have a solid foundation, Fark quipped. And the marriage is already crumbling. Demolition began before the wedding. Avios married what was left of the other bride, but she's back on the market and setting her sights on a nearby neighborhood next.
You've got to give it up to them. Like, no, seriously. You have to give it to them that Americans are crazy. They do all kinds of things. I mean, seriously, how can you be in love with a building? Don't you have family members that could, you know, like, come here. What are you trying to do? You know, come back to your senses. But, you know, this is America. Anything goes. I'm just keeping it real. Do you guys know that in Tanzania, about 500 people are killed every year because they are suspected to be witches? Yeah, seriously, this is a serious issue. This was actually reported by the Legal and Human Rights Center, a local human rights group. These people that are suspected are lynched by their neighbors, and most of them are women. They believe that they are the ones responsible for all the misfortunes in the community, such as infertility, poverty, failure in business, famine, earthquake, headache, stomach pain, anything that is not going well, they believe is the work of the witches. Now, the way they recognize a witch is that as they get older, their eyes start to turn red. That's how they know that you are a witch. But these older women are saying that the redness comes from cooking with firewood, you know, that the smoke from the firewood is what's getting in their eyes. Sometimes my eyes turn red too, but I'm not a witch. I don't care whatever you say. The funny thing is that even after killing these women, their problems don't go away. I think it's really weird to go and kill somebody just because you think the person could be a witch. I'm just keeping it real. A Nollywood actress got married last week in person of Funke Akindele Suliya. I thought you guys might like to see the wedding pictures.
The way she dance, the way she move just makes me wanna take her home. The way she carry that bag, they make me want to carry this girl in the go. And I love her and I like her and I wanna take her home. So we go dance and we go jolly and we go party like 99. Oh, she made me no shandy. I want you to be my honey. I want you to be my lady. Come make me dance with the spray of money. She be some cliff shandy. I do easy no shandy. Dance to the beat, no the slap my baby. Go below my lady. Oh yeah, Funke. Bakuruma, kojo dada. Alima, bakuruma, kojo dada. Tolani, bakuruma, kojo dada. Folake, bakuruma, kojo dada. Funke, bakuruma, kojo dada. Alima, bakuruma, kojo dada. Tolani.
Alright, y'all, it's been real and I'm keeping it real right up in here. Until next week, I'ma see y'all later. Peace out.